Hey, hey, hey! Might be a little bit early today. What do you say? No way? Or is it 5 o'clock on the dot right here in the spot? Come on in. Set a spell. I will tell you things that will do you well. Dave. That's Muddy Roots Dave right there. Man, I hadn't seen you in here. Good to see you now. Oh, Derek. Derek made it live today. Yep. Jason is here. Right here. You know who it is. It's good old JC. The long-haired weirdo. The unimpeachable President for Life. Dave. Angus. Yeah, Dave, I would say, hey man, I'll see you at Muddy Roots this year, but we were supposed to be on the one before all you people unleashed that big lockdown, and but when they did it back up, good old ANTiSEEN was not on the list. So I won't be seeing you this year. All right, man. I look a mess today. That's what happens when you're working class in the summer. There's Captain Catastrophe here. Bill Miskowitz is with us today. Y'all know Bill? Bill Miskowitz plays in a really rocking little teenage combo called now I'm flaking out again. Yeah, I smell like a fucking goat, man. I can't wait to get under some water. God damn. Yeah, Wrath of Typhon. See, it's not that I don't remember stuff, man. It's just it's this late. You know, I told you guys, I get up at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, all day long, in the hot warehouse. Just now settled down. Wrath of Typhon, an amazing live band. We've had the privilege of sharing the stage with them twice now. Even got up and did a little tune with them both times, I think. Some rants of that. Man, last week I was trying to remember my main Lance Rundgren's band, Busby Death Chair, and I called them something else, Busby Death Kill or something. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. Hopefully y'all forgive me. Yeah, I got a lot to talk about today. But you know what? Today's going to have to be on a... I'll get that in a minute, Eric. Today's going to have to be kind of... Let's go, because I'm doing this on battery. And I don't know how long this battery's going to last. I also have, if the battery holds out, I got a special guest at the end of the show. But who's my favorite ska band? Well, like most of us, I learned about ska and stuff like that when I got into stuff like the Clash and all. You know, they were them doing Wrong Boyo and things like that. You know, of course I heard Madness and the Specials and Bad Manners and Selector and all them. Then you learn about where it all came from, you know. Desmond Decker and all that kind of stuff. which I love. I love all that. But man, I really like the specials. I think the specials were my favorite. Someone just asked me if I like Joe Buck. No, I don't like Joe Buck. I love Joe Buck. Come on. Y'all are asking obvious questions now. That was a good one about ska, though. My main, Stephen Spiller. All the way from the great country of Germany. He sent me something the other day. I'll show it to you. And when you see it, it's going to be backwards, but it's not backwards in real life. Look at that. Put your paws together for ANTiSEEN up in here. Oh, yeah. I traded him a My God Could Be of Your God shirt for it, which I got to get in the mail to him. ASAP. Actually, it'll be tomorrow. Well, there's Jim. Amanda. Trusty Nathan Trusty. Here with us live today. Those of you who've been ordering me for the past year or something, as you know, I'm only keeping 3 designs of our t-shirts in stock. Here, I got my supplement sizes that I've been out of. I got every size now. I don't get smalls. There's not many small ANTiSEEN fans, but when I do the pre-sale, I get a few people ordering smalls. But not enough for me to order a bunch of them and keep in stock. You know how it goes. One of my favorite designs of the last few years. The Japanese Space Ape. All sizes back in stock. One that has become quite a staple with the ANTiSEEN audience. Done by one of my favorite artists, Jamie Vida. The Possum of Judah. Y'all get that? It kind of blends in a little bit of my love for reggae and all things Southern. Pretty clever. Back in stock, all sizes. If you want a medium, order a medium. Actually, this is what this is right here. I'll pack this one bitch up tonight. And what has become a fan favorite. The ANTiSEEN Ruby Get Back to the Hills. Featuring my friend Janice Blythe right there on the front. In her most famous film role of Ruby. And the Hills Have Eyes. All sizes back in stock. People ask various colors. Now, just black. People said, hey, man, hey, Jeff Clayton, we need to do some colors. I did some colors. Guess what everybody I knew got for Christmas that year? Because I was stuck with them. All right. All right. I ain't doing no more colors there, bud. No. No. I might do. You never can tell with me. I'll sit there and go, we ain't doing no more colors. There ain't going to be no more color shirts. We're only doing black from now until the end of time. Can you dig it? And then the next day I'll say, well, we are going to have a few purple thrown in there for good measure. So, yeah, you never can tell. Speaking of Janice, thanks so much for everybody going to her store page, getting you an autographed picture. She now has 2 other options. You buy 3 of those pictures and get 1 for free. Oh, yeah. Or if you have a copy of The Hills Have Eyes or Eaten Alive, Hills Have Eyes 2, Black Oak Conspiracy. If you got one of that, you want to trade it, talk to old JC. I got stuff to trade. Can't find it on DVD for under $100. Oh, well. Shout Factory DVD too. But anyway, if you got one of those and you want her to sign it, there's now an option on her store where you pay something, you get her post office box, mail it out to her. But I got to tell you something. She is getting the first of 2 surgeries right here at the beginning of July. This one will be her hip. So she's going to be out of commission for a little bit. So if you order, and it takes a little bit, that's what the problem is. I mean, she'll probably tell you that when you order, but that's what's going on. And man, the West Coast is getting hammered with a heat wave. And she's trying to save up the rest of some bread to get her central air going. So man, if y'all could get in there and buy some pictures, send some stuff to get signed today, it sure would help. A very nice lady be comfortable for a little bit. The heat's brutal. I was talking to Mark Rainey yesterday at TKO Records and Cascade Record Pressing in Portland, Oregon. 118 in Portland. Amazing. 118. I've had some people write me this week, and man, look, I'm gonna level with y'all, man. My life right now is chaos. Our house is kind of flipped around, man. We just redid the dining room, the kitchen, and the bathroom, and man, they all look fantastic. My wife does the main decorating around here. I just do the heavy lifting. But she has done a fantastic job. Now this room here, we call this L2. You know what that means? Living room number 2. This is a converted garage. That's why it's kind of at a little slope. But I'm taking this whole thing over. I'm taking the whole damn thing over. I got her sewing stuff. And I'm moving it into the damn shipping room. Oh, well. And you know what this is going to be called now? It's not being called L2 no more. If someone says, hey, will you go put this in L2? I don't even know what you're talking about. They got to say, would you take this to the Break On Through Studios? Oh, yeah, I'll tell you. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's what this is now. Break On Through Studios. And man, it is going to be super bad, I'm telling you. I've been kind of switching around with my backgrounds for the last little bit. Last week I had Johnny Carson. This week it's kind of what you're used to, but from a different angle. And man, when I do this down here and then fix this over here, I'm gonna do it different every week. I mean, I may have to go back and repeat some, but it won't be the same old every time. And man, I'm still hoping to get a crash course on some Zoom or something, man, because I want to start having some people come on with me, not just that come here to the house and talk with me, which I enjoy. I've had my brother, Greg Clayton. I've had the late great Bill Cates. Rest in peace. I've had Jason Griscom. the producer-director of Come Get Some, which I still have copies on DVD. Come on, get you one today. Man, I want to get Tesco on here. What? I want to get Janice on here. Man, I know so many damn people, man. I'm going to have so many people on here. But I'm already the greatest one-person talk show on the internet. I already am. Thanks to some good old hibiscus tea. But that is going to propel me into the stratosphere. Ain't that right, Mike Thrower? Mike Thrower's been a big help to me, helping me in here. It's really great to have people you can count on. That's all I can say. All right, I had some good subject matter people wanted to discuss, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get to it this evening. But I will keep it on the back burner. Stick Elliott, you had a good one. Somebody else wanted to talk about the dynamic between me and my brother. You know, being in the band together, out of the band together, back, you know, all this kind of stuff. Which, you know, I had my brother on the show last year. Last year. And, but we didn't do much history. We were just kind of, you know, hanging out, just kind of talking. But, I'll discuss that. Really good topics. One thing I want to talk about, I'm kind of stumbling onto Mad Brother Ward's territory here. You know, Mad Brother Ward and my stepson Alex Stiff from his band, you know, from the band The Fill-Ins. His partner Cap, also in the Fill-Ins, also does some solo stuff. They do a podcast called No Time to Turn. And it's a Kiss nerd podcast. Now, see, I haven't listened to it because I've heard these guys talk about Kiss before. Right? Like, if we got a 12-hour trip, we hear Mad Brother Ward talk about Kiss for 14 hours. So, but you've never heard them, and believe me, these guys can talk. Go listen to it when you get a minute or an hour or however long the fuck it is. But what I want to talk about is this. Did you guys watch the documentary on A&E? 2-part documentary, 4 hours long. Man, I thought it was good. You know, one of the things I hate about the internet is everybody's a fucking critic. I mean, everybody's a critic anyway, but just listening to people, or, you know, reading their comments about, like, somebody's like, well, they should have blah, 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 and then at that point, they should have hired Peter and Ace on as full-time members! And yeah, I usually don't. I usually just read stuff and just let it go. I don't comment. I commented on that one, man. I said to the guy, I said, man, you know, it's easy for you to say that when it's not your money at stake. I'm going to tell you right now, just from what I know, and I know we weren't there, we don't know everything, we only know what we're told, but from what we're told, on both sides, I wouldn't have put up with Peter Criss's bullshit nowhere near as long as they did. He might have been gone first album. About the time he says, I get a song on here, I quit. I'd say, you quit, cowboy. There's the dough. But, I don't know, man. You know, everyone said, oh, Ace and Peter were the only real rock and rollers. They were real pain in the asses, too. Try being in a band when half the band gets fucked up all the time, and you have to convey ideas and things like that. Hey, Miss Clayton, I see you there. Beautiful. Yeah. Eric Carr was a fucking hell of a drummer. And I'm going to tell you, Eric Singer's a fucking hell of a drummer. Both them guys are good. And, you can sit there and go, oh, they're better than Peter. Well, they're different. Now, I love what Peter Criss did with Kiss. Don't get me wrong. But I'm telling you, from the stories that they both tell, that Peter tells and that Paul and Gene tell, long time ago. I wouldn't have waited till fucking Dynasty. Or Unmasked, which I hate that album. I hate every song on it. I don't like any song on that album. And you know why? Because when it came out, I walked 5 miles to get the son of a bitch. To a Kmart in Albemarle, North Carolina. Walked 5 miles back. And then put that on. But I love Kiss. I watch this. Man, I've seen Kiss probably more than any band I've ever. Kiss, AC/DC. Saw them once with Bon Scott, and probably Jason and the Scorchers, and because we toured with I Hate God and Hank 3 and The Obsessed, and so you see them 9, 10 times. But I'm talking about when you go as a fan, like, oh, I want to go see this, I want to go see that. Kiss and AC/DC, I've probably seen more than any band, and man, they always put on a good show. Even during that period where they were, and I really admired being able to hear Gene and Paul talk about their missteps. They said, hey, we used to be leaders, but during that period in the 80s when they took off the makeup and all, they weren't leaders anymore, man. They were doing stuff not as good as the people they influenced. It was kind of embarrassing sometimes for me. I mean, you watch, how you get embarrassed for somebody, but you got all these armchair dudes, telling them what they should have done. Well, I'm 36 years old and I live in my mom's house, but if you listen to me, things would have been much better. It's like listening to 500 honky-tonk men doing shoot interviews telling how if they only listened to them, the fucking wrestling business would be so much better today. But I thought it was good. I mean, I saw people, well, what about Alive 2 and Love Gun and 4 hours? You cannot shove every single detail of a band's history into 2 hours. And you say they're 2 hours, but they're not 2 hours. There's commercial breaks. What are they? An hour and 20 minutes each? Anybody know about endorsements? See if y'all can get some hibiscus tea company to endorse old JC. Maybe I'll hire a crew and I'll flip the phone around and everything won't be backwards. But I told you it's going to be a short one today. My special guest is scheduled to be here in about 3 minutes. I don't know how long that will last when they get here. I do need my own tea. Did you see that mock-up someone made online. I wish I could remember the person's name that did it, but it was amazing. It had me laughing like crazy. I posted it a couple times. Yeah, Derek Giles says he'll be my intern. Derek, you'd be hating me within 3 or 4 days. I've had people say, "Hey, man, I want to come down and, like, you know, catalog all that stuff." I'm like, God almighty. Clayton T. Yeah, Mark Pinto says Clayton T. Man, I hope my special guests hadn't forgot about their time slot. A black day in history? What was a black day in history? Pooza Wooza? Puzzle Wuzzle? ANTiSEEN. That's funny, Dave. Dave just wrote ANTeASEEN. Hey, I hear my special guest coming right now. I want to introduce to you today's Break On Through special guest, Little Coleman Harvey, my second grandchild. Hey, Coleman, look at all the people out there and make some noise for them. Make some kind of sound. Can you do that? Can you wave at them? You're going to make he looks like Angry Anderson, doesn't he? The charge was assault and battery. The judge said there'd be no bail. Yeah, his pawpaw sings stuff like that to him, like assault and battery and Astor Wally and stuff like that. One day I was singing Little Richard to him all night. He seemed to enjoy it. Hopefully he'll have some good musical taste as he gets older. How could he not? Well, you're not going to animate for us today? Hmm?
Pinch his cheek.
What?
Pinch his cheek.
Okay, I'll pinch his cheeks. Let's see if we can make him do something. Well, Little Coleman, you know what it's time to do? We got to tell these people it don't matter who you are, don't matter what you do, one of these days, we're going to have to break on through. See you later, everyone.